Yeah, my name is Woodward Thomas Peer. Everybody calls me Woods, or Woody. And I'm 46 years old. I'm from originally from the Tahoe area in Nevada. And right now I'm currently residing in Winnetka, California. It's part of the San Fernando Valley. I've done a lot of different things, you know, and been fairly decent at it. But what happened was I started, you know, I was way over the edge, and I started going to church, and you know, my mother-in-law said, "Oh, now we can die in peace," you know, because you're not just completely lost in a world of darkness. But I started going to church, and I got into a small group with this, you know, with a bunch of real cool guys, and I met this really this elderly gentleman. He was 70, he's in his 70s, you know, and you know, he always smelled like horses every time we were at group, and he'd come late and he'd be dirty, and he was real quiet, you know, and real humble, but he was a smart old whip. So I just asked him one day, I said, I go, "Do you have a horse or something?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I work on horses for a living." I was like, "Oh wow, you're kidding me. I go, you can do that, you know?" And he goes, "Yeah." And so he told me, he goes, "Yeah, you should come out with me sometime. You like horses?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I've loved horses ever since I was a little kid. I really wanted to be a cowboy, you know." And I said my mom wasn't going to let that happen because she was, you know, putting guys together that were getting busted in half, you know. So that wasn't going to happen. But I went out with him, and then he said, he goes, "You think you ever want to try this?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, you know, sure, I could do it. You know, I'll try it." And so he took me out, and his horse was the first horse I ever shot, and my legs were just shaking, you know, by the time I was done. It's really, really hard work. Being a farrier is definitely, it's very difficult work. It's hard on your back. You have to have a strong core, blah, blah, blah. But, and then, so I apprenticed for him and a few other people, but he ended up dying of cancer. And he had a little horse, and she was a nutty little horse. And this dude, he was hardcore. He used to ride her in a mechanical hackamore. It's like a Brockmore. But we'd ride at night, man. He had us riding in the rain. He'd just take his flashlight. He was a crazy little old cowboy. And he was hardcore to the bone. When he was dying of cancer, he told me, get rid of the horse. You know, get rid of my horse. Find somebody who can handle it, get him good home. But, you know, his horse was a little nutty. So I actually started studying then, and started working with his horse, and got it calm enough. And what I really wanted to happen was for his daughter to take the horse, and she was like, "No way," blah, blah, blah. But actually, after she'd been up to the ranch a few times, and I showed her, you know, I was riding the horse around, no bridle, nothing like that on his face, and I go, "If I can handle this horse bareback, nothing on his face," I go, you can ride this horse." So she took it, and she still has that horse, and she just loves it to death. You know, a friend of mine told me, he said, "Yeah, they're looking for cowboys online. There's going to be this show, and blah, 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 and it's a reality show." And I was like, it's a reality show? And they go, "Yeah, just, you know, look it up over here." And so I looked it up, and I was like, and found myself emailing and dialing the phone. Actually, I was way over the age limit, so I didn't think that they were going to call me, you know. And I was actually in Reno at the time working some Mustangs, and the guy called me. "We're calling you about the cowboy contest." And I was like, "Oh, you're kidding me." I swallowed my tongue. You know what? As far as a real American cowboy, I don't think I'm ever going to be a real, you know, American cowboy. I just wanted to come out here, you know, and experience the whole thing. And the real American cowboys, I mean, those guys, you know, that are in there that we're doing this with, they don't need a title. You know, that's who they are. You know, they were born and raised, they're bred to be that way. You know, I mean, the dude's dad named him after one of the dudes on the Cowboys, you know, I mean, you know, these people grew up doing this, you know, and they've got it down, and they're hardcore. You know what? I thought that I was going to come here and possibly learn a lot of stuff from, you know, from the guys who own the ranch, you know. I am Woody, and I'm the next real American cowboy. That was stupid.
No, that's good.
I should have done that with my hand.